Hi, everybody. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Culture Cousins podcast. I'm Tiffany,
Zerrina.
and we are two cousins criticizing the culture, and we know you can relate. Um, this episode, Zarina is going to be giving the breakdown, the syllabus to the show, so I'm going to pass it over to you.
Yeah, I just wanted to let's start off and just do a check-in with me and you and just just talk about how we're doing and how our week's been and stuff like that. And I just wanted to say I've been kind of at a 8 out of 10,
Hmm.
and I've been in a better place, I would definitely say, than I have 2, 3 months ago. Like those little posts on Facebook oh, claim it, 2 months from now you be 2 months from now you'll be in a better place. It has been
Right.
working.
That's good. That's
um
good.
I just been it's not necessarily my life has changed that much. It's just I've been trying to look at things a different way and focus
Yeah.
on people who are really there in my life versus people who aren't, and just focusing on things that I want to do with with my given situation, being at home, being a new mom and stuff like that. You don't really have much to do, because I'm mostly home taking care of my son and stuff like that. So I just figured I put all my energy, into my art and content creating and this podcast, and it's really been helping me. That's why I'm really glad I'm doing this, because this is yes, it's just something to prepare for, get excited about, something to put my makeup on for and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been doing really good. Um, yeah, I've been really, really good. I guess I don't really have much to say. I guess I just wanted to express that.
Yeah, that's
Um,
amazing. I feel like I don't know about like well, I guess you know how last week in the creator segment you kind of gave me some good words. I do want, and I just wanted to like sit in that for a moment to kind of like just observe it,
yeah.
absorb it, and it was nice. But I do want to say that doing this podcast is it's become one of my favorite things to do,
Yeah.
if not the favorite thing to do. And I think a big part of that is because I'm doing it with you.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to let you know that because a lot of, I guess, personal creative uh, things, um, such as like music or, just maybe just other forms of content,
Hmm.
sometimes I feel like I put an extreme amount of pressure on myself, or extreme amount of time goes into it. And with this, of course, we still like prepare and put work into it, but it seems like, the
It's
most
easier.
natural. Mm,
Yeah, it's natural. And that's what you should be doing. If it feels natural, that's what you should be doing, I feel
yeah,
like.
yeah. So, um, I look at like existing podcasts and just how like that's their full time like occupation,
Hmm.
and like that's what I would love for like the goal of this to be.
Hmm. Yep.
Um, and I just hope that we have many many episodes together and reach many heights together, and like just it's just a joy to do this with you.
Yeah, and that's commendable. That's what I like about you, because you always try new things creatively, because even if you try something and it doesn't work out, you still tried it. That's the point of life. You try things and maybe you don't like it, and maybe it's not even something you can't do, it's just maybe something that's not right for you right now. You never
Yeah.
know how things might be a few years ago, a few years from now. And
Right.
that's what some people do, which I think is lame. They don't just try it, just try it out and see if you like it, because I mean it's not costing you no money really. You just be creative and do what
Yeah.
you want. It's something, it's an interest.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So I just wanted to say that for us, like, how I'm feeling, this is probably like one of the more exciting things that I get to do just because of like pandemic and traveling and stuff.
Right.
But still trying to do those things, but this is something like consistently, you know,
Hmm.
that I can count
Right.
on. So That's it for me. Um,
Okay, so next we're just gonna start talking about our culture corner again. This week I really been following a few people on TikTok,
mhm.
and I feel like they also do inspire me. This girl, she's really popular on TikTok, Culture Unfiltered.
Mhm.
She's a black woman. She's really like talented, and she does her job really well. Like just kind of like the way she reports her news on TikTok really engages you in like just that one little minute of like her talking, and she'll like cover different stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I'd be really interested like in what she has to say, and she really keeps up. Like she stays on everything, like every news type of thing. She stays on it, and she has like she's really good at like giving her opinion, but kind of staying neutral at the same time, and not really like bashing whoever she's talking about, even if they are doing something bad. Um, but yeah, her at name on TikTok is Culture Unfiltered. Like she's like really someone who kind of inspired me this week. And really just people on TikTok in general because they be really going in. Like that makes me like kind of like regroup and think about how I want to like speak and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yes.
Um, and I'm like, okay, maybe shouldn't be talking like that. I probably should say it like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like mine for this week. But
Okay.
yeah,
Um, Mine at this point is almost like a creator crush at this point because I just feel like he's so fine, but I'll try to put like the fineness to the side just
hmm
to like study the art of what he does. So um me being a creative person just like in the realms of making content, so I feel like I can come up with a million great ideas, but sometimes where the challenge comes in is actually like turning the thought into a visual.
yeah,
And
right,
I feel like I didn't say the name yet, but Patrick Cloud is like really amazing at
yes,
taking like something you can think about and putting it like as a visual. And
hmm
sometimes I just watch the clips and like that episode of SpongeBob where he go inside of his brain and he like looking through the files or whatever.
right,
Like I just wish I could do that and figure
right,
out like
right.
how is this connecting
Fine
this way.
dining and what was it? Fine dining and breathing. Like, dang, SpongeBob, you taking that a little too to heart.
But yeah, that's exactly what I wish I could do. And I also like the fact that like he's not like a flashy person because a lot of times the
Right.
guys on social media, like once they become like popular, like they get all this like flashiness and
hmm
it becomes more so about that versus the craft or the art.
Right.
So I like that. And a lot of times I'm realizing like in this social media, even any realm of entertainment like art, acting, music, like you have to have connections and you have to network with people, and like I'm shy, so I'm not like the first one to like jump out there and like do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But um I wanted to make like a reaction video. Like I wanted to start doing that because I feel like I would be good at that. But
Yeah.
I was coming into an issue where like when you put the two clips beside each other, like if it were a video, it wouldn't play.
hmm
So I watch the content or whatever that he puts out or whatever, and I'm um, like how is he doing this? How is he getting the video to play and
Right. Right.
and still talk? And then one time I got up some courage, right? And I hit the little app button and I was like, do you mind telling me? I felt so nervous. I was like, do you mind telling me how you're making these videos and the thing is like playing on the side? Like, what are you using or whatever? And then I was like, I couldn't even look at my
Hmm.
phone. Like I put it to the side. I was like so
Right. Though
afraid.
I be doing that. Throw it across the room.
Yeah, I was so afraid. And so
Like, why
after
did I just do that? Delete message. Unsend.
and then like after a while, like I got up the courage to look back at my and I don't know if I thought like it was gonna be a negative response. I just thought like it wasn't gonna be any response or
Yeah.
whatever. And I looked at it and he had replied and he was like, "Hey, I used da 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 da, whatever." And I was
Mhm.
like,
He's really nice
"Wow,
and down to earth.
yeah."
He's not like above anyone or he thinks he's above anyone. Like,
Yeah, and I was just like so like taken back by that, and then that also made like a good first experience, in the realm of like networking. So I was like okay, and
right.
then um what else I want to say? Oh, I had the opportunity to be like in this watch party thing that he did.
Mhm.
And you know how some people like when they work with a group of people, they're one way, and
Mhm.
those people may be like, have like some type of status, but then when they work with or when they're around people that are not that way, they may treat them differently.
Mhm.
So that wasn't the case. Like when the watch party was done, like he interacted with like the people there, and it was just like
Right.
all the other videos, like it was no difference. He treated everyone the same, and it was just like nice to see, cool to see. So,
Right.
on my content bucket list, I'm putting on there that I want to do some type of collaboration with him.
Mhm.
Or I don't know how or when that could ever exist, but
I mean, I think it will because you already made that connection and that interaction. So I think it
yeah,
will. I mean, because he's not like he like I said, he's very down to earth, and I feel like I don't make it seem like he's like he's accessible. Like some celebrities, like they kind of portray themselves as like they're not accessible. Like Kim
yeah,
Kardashian, she's not really accessible to like us.
yeah,
Like for example, like if you were to message Kim Kardashian right now, she's not going to see it.
right,
Like
right,
so that's what I mean. I feel like that's a good way to just get your hands like meet other people and like really like boost like your content and stuff like that, and like
yeah,
give you some visibility.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like I really feel the stuff you said about like being shy, but like I feel like people don't say like realize like I'm not introvert at all. Like I mean I can be introvert around certain people that I don't want to be around, but I feel like that's separate from your actual personality. But like I feel like I'm very like shy too
mhm,
because I mean what people don't realize like people confuse shy and introversion a lot because it's not the same thing. Like I have to remind people like being shy and versus being introverted is two different completely different things. Like because like if you're shy, you're just it doesn't necessarily mean you want to be by yourself. It just means like some of the interactions you may have with people may be awkward or uncomfortable for
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Um, but versus being introverted, you can be introverted but be very outgoing.
yeah,
Like a shy person may have like a lot of trouble presenting something in front of a class or a group of people. But introvert may enjoy their alone time being by themselves, but they may have no problem um singing a song or doing karaoke or something like that.
right,
And you can also be shy and introverted too, but it can go hand in hand. But for me, I feel like I'm a shy extrovert. Like I'm shy, but I enjoy being around people. I love being in the mix and going out, and like I love that.
yeah,
But of course, everybody has like a social battery. I feel like, and of course, when I like my social batteries run out, like I'm gone. But I feel like I'm very like extroverted. I'm a very extrovert person. Like I'm very friendly. Like I may not be the first person to like speak to you, but if you do talk to me, like I can keep a conversation going. Like I love talking to people.
yeah.
Um, but yeah.
I and I think my version of that is like I could be both maybe.
Mhm.
I feel like I have extrovert qualities or tendencies, but
Mhm.
I feel like whenever someone meets me for the first time, they're gonna get like the shyest, quietest
Right.
form of who I am. And then
Yeah.
also no, it depends on the person and their vibe because some people have that energy where they
Mhm.
can just bring out your true self like
Yeah, because you have
immediately.
that. Some people you meet, you have immediate connection,
Yeah.
and you're just comfortable.
Right. Right. So those people are my favorite type of people
Hmm.
because I can just, be free. But
Right.
that's it for my content person of the week.
Hmm. I just got done watching
Mm,
Joseline Cabaret. We can get into that. I like this episode. It was very interesting.
hmm.
This episode I feel like was definitely like a good transition episode for the next one because
Yes.
the next episode looked really interesting. But first, I'll just say I feel like the performance was just like it was like hype, but it was kind of sloppy. Um,
Yeah.
because it's just like I don't want to say it's sloppy as in like it wasn't good if they didn't look good or anything.
Right.
I feel like everyone looked really nice, but I feel like for the way she hyped it up to go through a whole process of I'm picking this person, I'm picking this person, having people try out to be there, and just for them to like kind of just be like a little twerk and just like walking around and I mean
Yeah.
what was that to try out for? Like I mean, yeah, you had a few girls doing pole tricks and stuff, but that was like at their own discretion. That wasn't like something that there was no like, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that. Um, I mean, of course they had like a little choreography in there, but
Hmm.
I don't know. It was just kind of like, okay, like y'all, it's just like a bunch of smoke, and then she was like lighting her nipples on fire. I was like, okay, Cirque du Soleil, that's different. Um, I was like, okay. And then like Lollipop was mad because Lexi Blow wouldn't give her money. I'm
Hmm.
just like, you're the only person that's mad about that right now. You're just like, let me know when someone brings me my money.
And
I'm sitting right here.
I didn't even see no money the whole
Right?
time.
I didn't even see any money being thrown. Like, what are you talking about? But, I mean, I guess that would happen off camera or something. But
Mm,
I just like, it's just like you were over there steaming mad, thinking everybody gonna be worried about you, but nobody cares. And you're
yeah.
the only person that's upset about that. Um, Joseline, I thought it was funny how she called them out in front of everybody when they were messing up. I was just like, okay, that's awkward. Like they were
Yeah.
there, like he's like, okay, he's like, I can get it. Like you can, like she didn't even have to say all that. She just had to like tell them like go to their little designated area. I
It's
mean, she could
given.
just left it at that.
It's given when
Like
Beyonce was like, "Somebody getting fired. Somebody getting fired."
right, or like that. I saw that video of Beyonce when she was like looking at the lights. Like I think they had missed the light. She was like, I mean, I said that yesterday. And they're like, yeah, let's fix the lights.
First of all,
But yeah,
I would be like on ice, like working with Beyonce. Like
right. If
it
Beyonce
got to
looked at
be
me like that,
perfect.
I'm like, just
Mm-mm.
like, but I mean, I guess yeah. I mean, I would be probably been quiet too because I wouldn't know what to say. I better fix those lights next time. But what happened after that? Back at the house having a bunch of different conversations about the same thing that happened. Um,
Chanel so messy.
right, she is.
I do not like that. So what they said? I mean? What did they say? Why does it
Right,
matter? Aren't you telling them to not focus on that and not focus on
right,
beef? Why you need to stir it
right.
up? Ugh.
Take Capri still mad about random stuff. Like I feel like she just gonna be the mad person. She just like being mad.
Yeah.
Um, and what else? And I'm glad they're next episode they're addressing the N-word situation
Yeah.
because what's up with that? It's just
And
very
Jocelyn talking
weird.
about who said the N word? Girl, you was right there sitting in the.
Right.
She funny. She ain't like she don't know.
Um, right. But yeah, I feel like it was a good episode though. Like I was entertained, but it's just I just didn't like the performance aspect of it because it's just like kind of hypocritical. Like that's why I said like last time when I said like I feel like she just picks girls that she's just attracted to and not really judging like what they can actually do. And I feel like I don't know. I'm glad like Justin's actually it's like you can do like this is like a little mixture of your creators corner because she's also very inspiring because just hearing like because she was like I've seen her kind of like at her worst like everyone has, like at her worst as far as like TV and stuff. And
Mhm.
she is kind of inspirational because she really did come from nothing. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm sure even though like you don't got millions and millions of people watching Joseline's Cabaret, and not like a lot of people are talking about it, but that means a lot for her. Like for her to be like have nothing, and now she has her own little cabaret and something that she thought of and something that was
Yeah.
like something that was personal for her and that she
And
wanted.
nobody else is
That's dope.
doing it.
Right. No one else is doing like stuff like that. Even though it's something it's like small but big. It's like it's a
Yeah.
small thing for people that want to see it, which is like I can appreciate that. But yeah.
Sidebar real quick, cause I was just gonna take a little snack or a little bite while you was talking, and I want you to see this, cause this is the pack, right? Let me show you what's inside. It's the pack.
No, that's like that's
What I'm
giving
supposed to do with
Doritos.
this?
Yeah, that's like what one of those energy like weight loss bars or whatever. I
Yeah,
know that
I
brand
think
because I've been eating them before. That's what's gonna
dessert.
make you shed some pounds. There's nothing in there. Thanks for air. This is how you lose weight. You half air, half food. But
Like when I felt this, I was like, "What's happening?" At first, I thought it was broken half.
how many come in the pack?
Um, well, it's like a single one, but it's 5 in the box.
No, 5 in the box. How would we fit 10 in there? It's
That's
giving little
ridiculous.
bites muffins.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Like I would never
Sorry.
forgive little bites for like putting 5 muffins in that 4 muffins in that bag. I'll never forgive them for that.
It's I don't get it, but sorry. I just had to talk about that because what's going on. But go
Um,
ahead.
but yeah, that's really all I thought about this episode. Actually, I didn't really have any other news.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. I'm happy that the next episode looks more exciting and more,
Hmm. Right,
commentary. But this one,
right.
it was I'm trying to think.
It was
I love her.
underwhelming.
I love her hair on the performance, like that wet
Hmm.
and wavy look. It just looks so good.
Right.
Um,
I
um,
love how she just casually be like, "Do like it's your b-day." Like, yes.
yeah, yeah. That yeah, it wasn't, we can move to the next thing.
Um, but something else as far regarding TV, I had a chance to check out Proud Family reboot.
Okay.
It was really good. I enjoyed it. It's like it didn't feel like I was watching a new show because you know how these reboots it don't really kind of feel the same anymore. Like that's
Mhm.
how I feel with like Full House, for example. Like when they did the Fuller House
It was a reboot for
reboot.
that.
Yes, so you don't even know. That's how you right there.
Yeah.
Because and like the twins, Michelle or
Ugh.
whatever, they were in it. It was just like
I don't
everyone
want to see
else.
them now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying you can't have the Full House reboot without the twins in it. Well, not yeah, you can't have that without it. It's just like it's missing something. So and then it was just like I don't know. Everybody was like really old. Like it's like y'all all too old to still be living together like this.
That's
Like I get
true.
it, y'all a big family, y'all full house. I get it, but y'all can still see each other and live
I
in separate
wasn't.
houses and be a full house.
I wasn't thinking about. I guess. I guess I wasn't thinking about like the show aspect of seeing the twins. I was just thinking about like how they just like they're not giving what they used to give in a
Yeah,
nice way.
yeah.
But anyway,
Um,
sorry. Go ahead.
but like I guess like my favorite things about the Proud Family. I like how it's set like in modern times.
Mhm.
Like it's Penny now because she has like an iPhone. She doesn't have like a flip phone or anything, and like they're playing like Chloe and Halle music and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Something else I like. I love the character Michael because I don't know if you remember, but like he was like one of the little he was like like really skinny and like a shy character, and they were always call him like sassy and make fun of him.
Hmm.
But now he's growing up to like be like openly like queer and like um he's really coming to himself, and I like that representation aspect of it, and I like how they kind of like played on to like how someone may grow up and how they may turn out to be something good even
Mhm.
though they got made fun of.
Mhm.
And I think that was a good way just to connect back to the original. Something else that I liked, and the jokes be hitting every time. Like they're like very like up with the lingo and up with like people what we would find funny today and like other like people like our age. Even though I still watched it when I was younger, but still. Um, the only something I didn't like about it was like I felt like they could have made Penny like a little bit older because in the show she's just turned 14,
Mm.
and then like in the Proud Family she was like 13. So I'm like okay, and then it's like in
That's funny.
the Proud Family movie she turned 16 in the movie. So I'm like how is she turning back 14? I
Yeah.
feel like she could have been 16 and
They didn't think
it could
about
have been
all
the same
that.
story. Yeah, it was just weird, and I didn't like the theme song of it. The theme song is really bad.
They
Um,
took Destiny's Child off.
Yeah, it's not. Is this the same song, but someone else is singing it in a different way?
Oh.
And I don't like that. And I feel like they were going to take Destiny's Child off and do a different rendition of it, which is a good idea. They should have had Chloe and Halle do it because we know them, and the girl that
And
did
they
it, well,
connected
she's
with
not
them.
right, and then the girl that did it wasn't like well known.
Mhm.
But yeah, um, But yeah, that's all I had to say about the Proud Family. It was really good. It's like only, and it was only 2 episodes. I'm like, yo, we didn't wait like 2 years for this,
What?
and we have to wait. Well, of course, it comes out weekly, but
Oh,
it's just like still, we waited how long for this in 2 episodes? But okay, um, yeah,
just a little bit on TV. It's not really a show, but like it's just funny to me. So Geico got this commercial, and it's two people, and they're like being interviewed about their life or whatever. I think that's what's happening. And the girl is like, "Yeah, well, we just moved into this apartment, but it's really loud." And then, like, they pan to the side, and it's like their life is in a TV studio, and the audience is laughing.
I
It's
can't.
it's just funny. And then um, they were like sitting at the table, and then the girl like, "Oh yeah, well, something. I had popcorn," and everybody goes, "Ah!" Like in the audience. Like I'm gonna send it to you. It's
I can't.
hilarious.
Um, it's something else I want to talk about. I just want to talk about like the stuff that we watch over the weekend, like as a part of like our TV segment, like because we always record on Sundays.
Mm.
But like this is some of the things like I watched this weekend. Like for me, I'm like a comfort movie TV type of person. So like I'm not always watching like new stuff. I'm like watching like movies that I just genuinely like because I
Mm.
really don't watch TV that much. So that's what like if I'm on Netflix or Hulu or any streaming service, I'm looking for movies that I've already seen before. Even
Yeah.
though because it's like that's what I want to see. I want that nostalgic feeling. Um, but some movies out. This is what I watched this weekend. I watched Bringing Down the House with Queen Latifah. That's one of my favorite movies. I forgot what I watched it on, but that's something else I watched. And I watched Family Guy. Like Family Guy is just always on in the background for me.
Mhm.
Like, because like for me, because I'm like a mom, like I feel like I can't really pay attention to stuff. Like that's why I watch a lot of reality TV shows too, because it's like you can watch reality TV and not have to like pay attention to it like this because something's always going on.
Mhm.
But like another show that I watched, Snowfall, like you have to really pay attention to it, um, to like know what's going on because you could look at Snowfall for 1 second, look back down, and you could be in a whole different like setting and like five different things, five really important things could have happened. You missed it. So
Mhm.
like that's why I watch. Another reason why I watch like a lot of comfort shows because like Family Guy, I can turn on, laugh at Stewie a little bit, go back, chase after my son a little bit.
Mm.
Oh, what you doing? Get from over there. Go back, laugh at Peter. Go in the room. Go use the bathroom. Get something to eat. Fix my son something to eat. Laugh at Lewis when I get back. It's
Right.
just like it just works.
Ow, Peter.
Right. Exactly.
um.
Um,
So, oh, go ahead. Was you done?
Something else that I watched was Grownish. That's another show I like to watch.
Hmm.
It's not really like the best show anymore, but for me, it's just like I feel like I'm
It's
not like a good
vibes.
right. And I like if I'm invested in the characters, I'm just gonna watch it. Period. Like I don't care about if it's good, if the characters are developed or not, if it's problematic. I don't care. I just want to watch it, get my closure, and tune in for
Right.
the drama next week. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big person for that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I watched this weekend that I can remember, honestly, because sometimes I just put on stuff and
Yeah.
I just don't even pay attention to it. Oh, I did watch the NAACP awards. Um,
I
I
didn't.
thought it was interesting. Well, I can tell you about it. You didn't really miss out on much, really, because there wasn't an audience, which I feel like is a good thing
Yeah.
because of COVID. Because I feel like we shouldn't be having big groups of people.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, yeah, but I'll bring that up later. Okay, I'll talk about NAACP awards first. Um, it was kind of boring because of course there wasn't like any like live. I don't think there was any live performances at all. It was very boring, honestly. Now
Hmm.
that I think about it, but the looks were giving. Everybody looked stunning and amazing. That's one thing I can say. I can't think of one person that was like, oh my god, this is like bad, ugly. Everyone looked
Okay.
like beautiful and handsome. I feel like all the awards that everyone got was deserved. I don't feel like there were any snubs or something I disagree with. Jennifer Hudson, she won Best Entertainer of the Year. I think that's well deserved because I feel like I didn't watch Aretha, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like anything a
Okay.
black woman does, I'm a support it. So
Period.
I'm glad she's like anytime Jennifer Hudson gets recognition, I like it because I feel like she's a very genuine person and she has like such a sweetness about her. And she
Hmm.
seems like very like just like a girl next door type of person, like always happy and like very like sweet. Um yeah, and it's another thing I watched this week. I watched this yesterday, Medea Homecoming.
I watched
Um
it today.
uh like I guess like just can segue into something else I want to talk about with Tyler Perry. But first we can talk about this. Like I thought it was interesting. It was typical Tyler Perry type of plot as regarding the movie. Um, it was funny. Like some of the jokes were funny in there. I did like
Like the
laugh.
red lobster scene.
Right. Like
I
everybody was
had to
like, I know
rewind that.
that's right.
Uh,
But it was funny. Like Tyler Perry really stayed like up to date on like his jokes and stuff.
hmm.
And like I thought it was funny, like in the credits, like because at first, when I saw the videos of the ending credits, like I thought it was gonna be a whole Beachella. I thought the whole thing was gonna be Beachella. I was like, is he really gonna be doing this for a whole like hour?
I was
But it
here
was
for
just
it.
like a
I was like,
little
yes, please do
right,
it.
yeah, right. I thought, but it was just a little like a little skit, and then like I was like. When he was like talking about some feeling each other's energy, like you really watch Homecoming, huh? Because
Hmm.
that's exactly what she said. He was like, "Okay, all right, let's do it." Okay.
And what was so interesting to me on the end part, because I feel like we never see Medea's legs, because she always got on a long
Right.
dress. We finally got to see her like, I, her bottom half.
Right.
So,
Right.
what I also liked about the movie is, like I feel like the part where I didn't see it coming, but like when the friend of the son was actually dating the mom, like I didn't expect that to happen. I thought those two were like a couple.
Right.
So that was kind of like, I was like, oh, um, I like, first of all, I do not like the Joe character. Like, I wish he would just get off. Like, like he just
Hmm.
annoys me. He's like,
He is annoying.
yeah, I'm like, you don't need him in these movies no more. But and what else? But yeah, the red lobster scene was probably my favorite scene from the movie. It was just funny. Um, I like the little Dutch lady. She was funny. She reminded me of Miss Doubtfire. Uh,
That's what I was thinking too.
uh, and but other than that, it was just like cool. It was giving like Tyler Perry, you know.
Right. Like I feel like the acting was really bad in this one. Like I don't know, like he just doesn't have access to his old. Well, I like that he gives more people opportunities because that's what he does. He gives like young black actors
Yeah.
opportunities, but it was just like I don't know who was most in the storyline and just how they were talking, but it just like it was very like you can tell they allowed them just starting out. Like the acting was just kind of cringe
Okay,
sometimes.
look. See how you're critiquing that? You said you couldn't tell really when they were bad actors. Look at you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can when it's extremely bad. And like it's just like it wasn't like necessarily they were bad actors. It was just like it was a lot of cringe moments.
Oh,
That's just like
okay.
the best way I can describe it. Like ooh, that joke was like not good. Like it was just like I don't know. And it wasn't like necessarily they were not the bad acting. It was just there was a lot of awkward moments.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it's like the actors didn't have like a lot of chemistry. I feel like.
Mm,
It was just like you know, like the part where Medea was talking to her granddaughter after all that
okay.
had happened, and it was just like they didn't really have that comedic type of I don't know, like that chemistry. Like it was very, very awkward. Like she was just like, yeah, like she was like kind of getting away from her character, and Medea was still like in her character, still like giving the jokes and the sass, but she
Uh-huh.
wasn't really reacting to it with the way I thought she should have. It was
Mm-hmm.
like it was a lot of scenes like that. It was just like okay, they're not really matching like with what's going on.
I
Um,
can see that.
but yeah, but other than that, I feel like people are being like kind of hard on Tyler Perry lately for some valid reasons. Um, because I feel like there's always like a lot of misogyny in his movies sometimes. Because
Mm-hmm.
like even with the gay characters, but the one thing I did like about the movie is like with the gay character, he had told everyone that he was gay. They were like, okay. Like that's like I'm pretty sure that hit home for a lot of people who are queer and struggle with coming out and are so afraid to tell their family and just like people always think there's gonna be like a negative reaction, but you never know like
Especially
what your
with
family
black
might say.
families.
Right. It could be really bad, but you know, I feel like that's like even though that may not be realistically what would happen in real life, that's like, like I bet like that
Helps.
really struck some people like I
Yeah.
wish my family was that way or something like that.
Yeah.
So I really like that he put that in there, but then I feel like having his boyfriend be going with his mom took away from that because
But was it his boyfriend?
right,
We don't know
like
now. Like when that
right.
happened, no one addressed like the seemingly chemistry that they had in the beginning. Like,
Yeah, I feel like he just might be bisexual. I feel like that's what they were trying to get at because clearly if he felt he could say that that was his boyfriend and of course they've done stuff and stuff like that. So I feel like he just may be bisexual. But my thing is, it's like, why can't you just have a successful gay couple in a movie and they be happy and you know, like now he's just kind of by himself. And then I didn't like how in his speech he was just like, my best friend is with my mother now. I'm just like, why are you calling him out like that? Like, why would you say that in the middle of the speech? Like, I feel like that was bad writing on Tyler Perry's part. Um, yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
yeah. I, that part at the end was kind of confusing. Like when they just kind of like just went off. This one I would actually like to see. I don't know if they're gonna play on the part where the lady was like, "You should come to Ireland and be like a Medea in Paris or a Medea in Ireland or something like that." But I would like to see that her in a different environment because she always in Atlanta and she always like in her same environment and people come into her world. So I would like to see her kind of venture out. Aside from that time she went to like New York, I think, in the movie, but I would like to see her in a different environment for the whole movie to see how she kind of conducts herself. But for something I didn't really watch a lot, but I stepped out of my comfort zone and I watched a horror movie.
Oh.
Yes, I did. It was called Nobody Makes It Out Alive, I feel like. And it was about this girl um uh she just had to stay somewhere. Like she went and got an apartment, and uh, like it was haunted or whatever. And so she had to like fight like this demon man, I guess he was, or like the psychotic man who was like killing all the people that came there to stay. But the thing is, and I can't even tell you like the storyline or plot because I don't know. I was scared. I wasn't paying attention to the details. But it made me it made me angry, just equally as scared, because she was like sitting in this room and like ghosts and stuff would pop up. And at one point she looked up and it was like 20 ghosts of the people who had stayed there and had got killed. And she just like looking up at it all calm. And I'm like, girl, how are you just sitting there looking at this and not moving? Like, run and get out. Like, it was making me so upset. And I just, like, it was just, ooh. Like, them horror films be stressing me out. And then, what else was it to it? But yeah, and then so like man that ran the hotel, his brother was staying there, and he was like psychotic, and it was something about like a butterfly or a moth or something that connected like to this box, and like I don't know, her mom had died or something, and like the mom was coming through the box or something like that, but she had, I guess they made it like her mom was possessed, and then so she had to take like the possession out the mom. I don't know. I really can't tell you, but the basis of it was like the hotel or the apartment building was haunted, and just picking up on that it was haunted, and I don't know. But I watched it, and I feel like I'm not doing that again unless
Just leave it at that. That's the end of the sentence.
yeah. Yeah. And but that's all really that I
I feel like
watch.
you're just not right watching the right kind of horror movies. Like I don't even watch stuff like that. Like I watch like stuff like horror movies I like is like stuff when people are like when there's like six people stuck in the elevator and like they're stuck in there and they can't get out or something like that.
Like a
Like
thriller type
hmm
thing. Okay.
yeah, that's the kind of stuff I like to watch. Like there are like the only kind of horror movies I like are the ones that are kind of like classics. And those are the kind of ones I like. But or like I feel like Final Destination. I know you wouldn't like Final Destination, but it's like I feel like it's kind of like not real realistic, but I like that it's not like a there. I don't like when there's I like scary movies where there's not like an actual killer in there. Like with Final
Mm.
Destination, there's not really like a necessarily killer that's walking around killing people. It's like they get into these situations where just die. They just die like these like unpredictable situations, and it's like I feel like that's even though it's like that's scarier almost because like that can really happen to you if you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time and just something else that I watched this weekend was The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Okay.
And like if you never seen that movie, it's like
I heard
basically
about it.
starring Brad Pitt and basically he ages backwards.
Mhm.
And I talked to you about this movie before because like I just thought it was so funny because he was old physically, like his appearance was old, but like he was like still seven. And which was funny because like he was like he got in trouble because he was playing around with the other kids. He was playing around with the other kids, but it was look like an old man playing with like a little girl. And his mom was like, "Look, you can't do that. Like that movie was wild. Okay, you know, Taraji P Henson was his mom. Like it was just crazy stuff going on." But that's why we really couldn't play with other kids because it looks weird with like a 80-year-old man playing with a little girl under a table. But and then like he was like probably like 15 years old, but maybe he was really like 75. And then like
Yeah.
people were like, look, you never got drunk before, and he was like, no, because he was like 15 in reality. And then so he was like really getting like lit at 15, but he was 70 or something like that, or he looked 70. And then like he'd never had sex before, so then he went to a brothel and had sex with a bunch of prostitutes. Like that movie was wild. But my point is, going back to what I was saying before, is that he was saying how his wife in the movie had broken. He was telling the story of how she broke her leg, and he was just starting because I think she got hit by a car, and he basically was saying just like, if this didn't happen and this didn't happen, that could have all been prevented. Like if someone just wasn't a minute late, or if they didn't put this in that spot, or if they had picked up their gift earlier, or if they didn't break up with their boyfriend, or if this person didn't stop for a coffee, then none of this probably would have
Mhm.
happened to her.
Mhm.
Which makes me think of Final Destination, because I was like, I'll be watching that movie. It's like, dang, if he just didn't pull that lever, or he didn't just do that, none of that whole truck wouldn't have fell on him or something. Like that's what it's like. That's what I like about movies like that. Like, and like just movies where it's like anything where it's like strangers coming together for something else. Like I like movies like that. It's
Mhm.
very it's like I like psychological stuff like that, when you have different people from different walks of life coming
Mhm.
together. Um, Netflix movie suggestion I will say is The Circle. Well, it's called Circle. And that's the movie called. It's called Circle. It's on Netflix, and this is like basically I think this group of people get abducted by aliens. Uh, um, and basically you don't see aliens in the movie, but they all wake up because they all pretty much they're all like they all wake up. It's like a good like 50 people in there, and they're all different, and they wake up and they're just like, what, why are we here, and they all just kind of have to figure out why they're there, but they kind of just assume that they've been abducted by aliens. But it's kind of just like a battle of like morality type of thing, like who deserves to be here and who doesn't. That's kind of what it comes down to. I'm not gonna spoil it in case someone wants to watch it, but
Yeah, 'cause you making me nervous just talking about it.
it's a
I
good
got all
movie though.
comfortable. I was like, oh.
Um, but yeah, some things I wanted to get into with just Megan and Tory Lanez. That's just something else I wanted to talk about. Um, I just want to say, Tory did it. It's in my notes right now. Tory did it. And like just like I have like guy friends, and we talk about the situation, and like and not even just that, just on social media, I see like a lot of guys going hard for Tory Lanez, and that's my first thing I want to say about the situation, because just like I don't know why the guys just hate Megan so much. They hate her so much, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it's just like it's just weird, because it's just like, why do you want her to be lying? What good would come out of her lying? Like, there's nothing good that can come out of her lying. Like, what does she gain from that? She's a big celebrity. She could lose a lot from that. So what does she gain from lying? And then people love to bring up the fact that, oh, how's her leg broke, but she was twerking the next day. And it's just like, people don't realize Megan has lost both her parents in a very short span of time, when she's just starting to gain fame, and no one knew until we told her, until she told us. So that lets you know right there how she processes trauma. She doesn't let people see it all the time, or you know what I mean. So, and like, um I feel like the reason I feel like Tory Lanez do it, you can tell how people act and how people respond to things. Like, that's what makes me think that he's guilty. Because if you really didn't do it, you're gonna try to make yourself. You're just gonna like people who are being honest have a different way of portraying themselves. Like, especially guys like him, they're very arrogant, and like they just be posting on social media while this trial is going on, and like just kind of the stuff he says makes me think like, okay, he's giving guilty, because just the way you like portray yourself and how you act when after the situation happened, that makes me think like, yeah, he did it. And it's just like, I feel like with black women, it's just like I feel like like we're always going through something with men in social media, like and like I feel like whenever something happens to us, like I don't know, it's like they're always like we're always in like very abusive situations, and it's just like there's so many cases of men doing this to us. So it's just like, why would you think she's lying about it? Because there's so many like situations where stuff like this happens, where women are getting sexually assaulted and abused and all that. So it's just like not. And it's like this isn't a case of like this isn't the same thing like um, a white woman lying on a black man that raped her or something like that. It's not that kind of situation. Like that's like people are like that's what you see guys saying all the time, like, oh, she's probably lying and stuff like that. But that's not what the situation is. Like, it's a whole nother thing. And it's like for me, I feel like if the victim is saying something, I'm gonna believe them first. I'm believing them until something's been proven that that's not true. Because it's like, what reason does she have to lie? Like, that's just how I feel.
I follow Megan on Instagram, and I saw her post somebody page, and the page was called Megan the Stallion Hater. And they made a post, and it says, I think Megan should die. And Megan uh, said something to the effect under it, like, this is what I have to see every day online. And that just was like, it made my heart ache for her, because imagine seeing that multiple times a day, and like that takes a toll on you, in addition to dealing with the actual situation. And then people in their comments, and I'm gonna get on Akademiks now, because he done. I remember when Akademiks, because I follow Joe Budden, I remember when Akademiks and Joe Budden used to be on Everyday Struggle. And Akademiks used to sit there like so wide eyed. You could tell he was just like brand new. Of course, he had his audience to get on there, but you can tell he was just like a baby in what he was doing. And now he done got a little too cocky,
Looking like
because
Tom and Jerry.
he done got too cocky and too full of himself, because he talking about
Yeah.
you can never little boy me. I was like, if you don't, ooh,
Well, look, he
like
being getting little boy.
like just like that just. I just can't with him. Like when I read that, I was just like so disgusted. Like, who do you think you are? Like, don't get. See, the problem is people get notoriety and they start getting buzz and opportunities, and then they forget that, he talk about Megan being signed. I mean, that's a part of being an artist. Like, some artists
Right.
take that process to gain success. If she's signed, so what? She's it's giving back. She's doing everything, right. Like, and she's dealing with trauma, and you're gonna and then they start talking about her awards and saying your awards that you got is because people had sympathy and not because of her talent. And I'm like, that's such a low blow to take, because um like, this is not about her. It's giving jealousy, because why you even got to bring up her awards? What they
Right.
got to do with the situation? Like, don't come for
Right.
her in that, in her field, in her craft,
Yeah.
because you want to sit and type uh the reports and stuff, and make allegations. Like, you shouldn't even speak on that if you don't
Yeah.
know, like, and even if you think you do, just out of respect for the person. And I know sometimes bloggers don't counter in respect, or they don't think about the actual person's feelings. But I just hate to see her go through that. And Megan is like the only black woman that we have in hip hop that's reached
Honestly.
her level of success, like a black
Right.
woman.
Right.
And she is the one that's receiving the most hate, like, and other black men targeting her and attacking her. And it's really just disgusting to see. Even if
It
you
is.
felt that, you know, whatever the case may be regarding the two situations, whatever your opinion is, you don't have to attack her. Like
Right.
it's a way to have, like, it's a tactful way to do things, even if you have a difference of opinions. You know, you don't have to
Right.
degrade the person. Like, it's
Right.
just disgusting.
And it's like, why are you going so hard for Tory Lanez? Like, I mean, I get like he make a cute little remix every now and then, but it's just like y'all don't even be listening to him that hard for him. Like for to be acting that way. Like I just don't get it. Like it's Tory Lanez. Like it's just like I feel like people just want to hate her so bad. Like well, dudes want to hate her so bad, and it's just like I feel like I don't know. From the way I perceive things, I feel like part of the reason why guys are just ready to like say something about the situation is because I feel like if Meg was lying, I feel like it's just like a win for the dudes. Like, because I feel like it's constantly men versus women, especially in the black community, it's men versus women.
Hmm.
And I feel like if Megan were to be wrong, I feel like it's like, okay, see, y'all lie too. Y'all are wrong too. Y'all do bad stuff too. It's not just the men. It's not just men. I feel like that would give them some points or like a little ha ha. And it's just
Yeah,
like
but what does that even
it's
mean?
more than that. It's like someone got hurt. Someone got shot. It's not about that. It's about legal stuff. Like it's not about
Yeah.
being it's not about who points for each team, you know? And I feel like that will make them feel good. Certain men feel good because, like, ha, see, she was lying. That was lying. See, now she needs to go to jail. Now she's really the one. Like, they just want to be right about the situation so bad, and it's just like
And
someone
for
got shot.
people that it have nothing to do with, like, this doesn't affect your personal life. Like,
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
annoying.
That was enough for black women and their men, our men, I should say, acting like that. Summer Walker, I wanted to like talk about her. Recently she was in the news because she had did a concert. And she usually doesn't do concerts in person because she has like a lot of social like anxiety and she's like kind of like socially like awkward, she feels like.
Hmm.
And she had like a one like night show type of thing. And like in the show she like stopped like mid song, was like, look, I'm not performing these songs because I wrote them about how I really feel. And it's like very triggering for me to like perform them in front of like all of you because it's like a tearjerker, you know, and it's like making her like think about the stuff that she went through because it like just happened. It's very fresh. And people were talking about that. And I feel like she isn't wrong for how she's feeling because you gotta think about all these like because I mean she probably just the first person to say it because like, a lot of these R&B women or all these R&B girls out here, like they're probably going through the same stuff, but they just did drugs or do whatever to cope with it. But I feel like she's not wrong in feeling the way she did, but I feel like she should have told people what she was gonna perform beforehand. I don't think she should have waited till she got there to say, "Oh, I'm not performing this," because that's what people are paying money to see you, and you have to think we're dealing with COVID. Like people are pretty much risking their lives to
Yeah.
come see you, so you should definitely like tell people like how how you feel, but about your music and what you're gonna perform and what you're comfortable with. Because if people come in here and they want to hear this specific song that's really excited you, it's like you're not really giving them what they paid for.
Hmm.
Because that's not what they had. That's not what they thought they were going to get.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't think she's wrong. I feel like that is like a completely valid feeling, and I'm glad she like brought that to light. Because can only imagine how many other people probably feel the same way and just like suck it up and deal with it. But I feel like I can really relate to her as far as her having like social anxiety because I can really relate to that. You know, like you know firsthand, like I can relate to like having like a lot of social anxiety. Because I deal with that like every day. And I feel like me and you, like our family members are very like extroverted and outgoing, and me and you aren't really like that. And I guess like really like my all my family is very extroverted, and like I'm not like we just said before, like, we're very shy people. And it's like for me, it's not even just that I'm shy. It's just I hate being put on the spot. Like I hate it, and I like it just makes me so uncomfortable. And it's just like I feel like people don't talk a lot about like when you're shy in a big family, like like you get kind of like joked on and made fun of sometimes, and like not in like a intentionally like bad way, but it's like because I'm so socially anxious, like I don't know how to properly respond to some of this stuff because it's like, yeah, that was funny to you, but that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. And I don't really want to call you out on it because then it's going to take away from everyone's like joy and laughter and stuff. And then it's like, oh, now it's awkward and uncomfortable. But then it makes me think like, well, hey, maybe they should be uncomfortable. Like maybe they shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should say something to them. But it's just like I'm have social anxiety, so I can't really do that. Like and like it's like I'm glad like you have people like Son Walker who is like talking about these kind of issues because they're not really brought to light in the Black community. Like people who are introverted and have social anxiety, like ooh, like I just do like sometimes my social anxiety is like crippling because just like, oh, I could say this to this person or ask them this, but I don't want to make it come off like this, and it's just all this is going through your head over just a simple question. Like, like I just relate to that
Yeah.
so hard. Like, but yeah, um, but yeah, that's all I had to say about her. Um, something else I want to talk about. I want to talk about an artist we both love, Saucy
Oh.
Santana.
Oh, okay. Okay.
um, I just want to talk about him because I just think he's so interesting and he's like such a gem. Like he is so talented to me. And it just makes me wonder like why he hasn't gained much popularity because every other TikTok sound you hear is Saucy Santana. Like every week you hear another Saucy Santana song going viral on TikTok or something, and people making up a new dance to it. But it's just like, why hasn't he made like this like grand rise to fame? And he probably still is on his way and trying to get there. But I feel like look like you can take people like Lil Nas X, like he rose to fame extremely quickly, like overnight almost. And it's just like, why can't Saucy Santana do the same? Like, and it's like Saucy Santana, he really performs like especially in like he gives a good show too. Like he moves, he dances and stuff like that. Like it's like I don't know. It makes me think like why hasn't he been given his like proper flowers yet? Like and like he needs to like he should be getting like cover shoots and stuff like that, but he doesn't. Like and I feel like that's like it's messed up. And I feel like it's really rooted in like how his appearance because Lil Nas X, the difference I feel like the difference between him and Lil Nas X is like of course they're both black and they're both like gay and stuff like that. But the difference between both of them is like Lil Nas X is still like very like fit and like you still got girls that are straight like crushing over Lil Nas X and stuff like that. And I feel like his desirability plays a part into like how successful he is.
Yeah.
And then you got Saucy Santana, like he is bigger, and he wears makeup with a beard, and that's not something people are used to seeing. Like, and I feel like that's
Or
something else
yeah.
that throws them off. Like,
Right. And how can I don't know if he's signed or not, but I think a question for the label would be like, how can we push this person? Like what and then his content is still very much hood.
mm-hmm.
So I feel like Lil
Right,
Nas X is more so like clean.
commercial,
Yeah. So it's
yeah,
easy to market him. But with
right,
Saucy Santana, like people they don't know how to market him. But also I
right,
think Saucy Santana he may not be content with it, but I think he likes, being in the realm where he can be himself and
mm-hmm.
not someone trying to like form him into something that he's not.
Yeah,
Because I feel like, I feel like, I know he wants to see success, but I feel like he's happy with
yes.
this version where he can,
Right.
have
Right. That's
creative
what I like about him
control.
because he feel like he takes advantage of every moment that he gets. Like
Mhm.
if it's just like if it's a big stage, he takes advantage of it. If it's a big festival type performance, he takes advantage of it. If it's a small like club performance, he takes advantage of it. And he gives the same energy every time, every
Mhm.
performance. Um, I feel like he always does that, and I feel like I feel like he definitely just deserves his flowers.
Yeah, that's
Um,
very true because the videos, the fashion is given. Like the wardrobe be better than mine. Like the frills on the sleeves and the hats. Like I, like what is that video? Back it up. That video, the wardrobe. I just am like bowing down. It's beautiful. But yeah, definitely flowers and the bars be cuter than some of the girls. Like,
right. Um, Something I wanted to ask you is like I saw this question on Twitter and it was like, who do you think is the most iconic like rapper? Well, not well, I guess most iconic voice in hip hop today.
oh, that's easy for me.
Who?
I'm gonna say Jay Z. And the reason why I'm gonna say Jay Z is because Jay Z has started from nothing. The labels didn't want to sign him. He distributed his own albums and built up his own notoriety. Then he came back, he owned a label. He put other people on. He gave other people opportunities. He branched out into fashion, liquor, uh real estate, like I guess every avenue that rich people get money. And he's still consistently, well, maybe not consistently, but he's still involved in music. Like he uses his music to teach, if you're willing to listen, if you're
Hmm.
to teach about like generational wealth and art collecting, and like he be putting you on through the music, so
Yeah.
even if you can't get to him directly, you can still learn something. Like I
Hmm.
feel like, and then he is involved with the NFL, like trying to, deal with their, racism. And like he has a scholarship sending people off to college.
Hmm.
Um, I just feel like anything a person can do, like to help, he's done it. And
Yeah.
then he gets this rep for being affiliated with the Illuminati, which is so disgusting because I feel like even like own black people sometimes look at black people that are successful and say, well, they have to be a part of something demonic
Right. They
to,
don't be saying that about super famous white people.
yeah,
And then, well, they'll probably bring up like one person, but it's just like, there's, why is like 90% of this list black people? Like,
yeah. And I'm just saying, like, but he, and then, like every rapper coming up after him lists him as great. So,
yeah,
he has that credibility from his peers as well. Um, he's married to Beyonce, like,
that's a win right there.
period. And like, but yeah, I just think, when he does something, like everyone pays attention.
Yeah.
So that puts power within his voice. Like if somebody's waiting to say, well, oh, what Jay Z had to say about it, or what does Jay Z think? Like people are looking to you, like, and I know that he's been inspired by people, but I feel like he's the perfect example of, and he's the only one that we've seen like age in hip hop. Because
Yeah.
usually people, when they get older, like they kind of dwindle down,
Hmm.
um, and their success is not as prevalent. But with him, it's just like he 21 out the gate.
Right.
So I would say Jay Z.
Yeah, my person would be Drake because I feel like Drake, he just never misses. Like even when he does miss, he's still like he still don't miss. Like I feel like Drake, he goes hard every time. Like anytime he has an album or anything, he like really like gives it his all. Um and I could be biased. I may perceive him differently because I'm like a fan of him.
Hmm.
Um but I do really feel like Drake is like the most iconic of our time. Um and I feel like Jay-Z, to pick you off what you said about Jay-Z, he's like Drake has always said like Jay-Z has been one of his biggest influences. So I guess like that makes sense. But I feel like Drake is very calculated in a way, and he's very smart. And
Hmm.
even Kanye West has said this about Drake. Like he's very smart the way he does things and like his rollout. He always and like he knows like who to work with and who to get on a song and stuff like that. And I think and like that's like admirable because it's like you're really like planning stuff out the right way. And like of course I love his music in general, and I feel like his music is like you can always go back to a Drake album and vibe. Like you can always go back, and you can say that about a bunch of artists, of course, but Drake especially is someone who stuck out to me. Something I want to talk about was also something that came to my mind just now is just like think about like all people like because we were talking about Saucy Santana, just like underrated artists. And I feel like Miguel, like he's one of my favorite R&B artists, and he is very like underrated. I feel like because his voice is just so soulful, and I guess just like his music just really
Yes.
like touches like it really touches me. Like I love Miguel. Like he is my favorite like R&B artist. Like for, well, I say favorite male R&B artist. Um, like and I brought up like I told you I want to talk about like maybe like who we want to see like in a versus battle, and
Mhm.
like I would definitely want to see like Miguel and maybe like Bryson Tiller or like Brent Fayez because I feel like Miguel walks so they can run because people always talk about them or like Miguel and the Weekend or something like that because that's kind of like that's like my favorite type of R&B, not necessarily neo soul but like I don't know how to describe it but that's kind of R&B and music I like to listen to. And someone else I would like to see in a versus battle would be like Lil Kim and Missy Elliott. I feel like those would be two
Yeah.
perfect people because I feel like they both have the same like amount of hits. Because I feel like I hate when people be on verses and it's like you're picking two people, one person who's not like as popular as the other one. But I feel like how are you going to do a versus like that? But I feel like Missy Elliott and Lil Kim would be a great one. Um, I feel like to touch on like some of the newer rap girlies out here, if y'all don't know, like maybe Bia and like Rico Nasty or somebody like that. Like I feel like they
Mhm.
like can really piggyback off of each other. Um, yeah, those are some of my people. I don't know if you ever thought of like who could be.
I could only think of one pair that I wanted to see, and they may not have like an equal catalog, but I would like to
Yeah,
see Trey Songz and Jamie Foxx.
that is a good pick.
I
That's
would love
like
to.
I would never thought of that one. That's a good choice. It's like new school versus
Yeah,
old school.
yeah.
I don't know.
I
Jimmy
just
Fox. That's a good pick.
I would
Honestly.
love to see them. I just feel like it's just vibes from both ends,
Right.
like the whole
I'm trying to
show.
think. Jamie Foxx, I would love to see him with like not just Trey Songz, but maybe someone else. Like, ooh, Jamie Foxx and Usher, maybe. I don't know. No, Usher probably wash him. To be honest, no offense to Jamie Foxx. Usher probably wash you. Never mind. I take that back. But I maybe on a song together or something. But no, never mind about that. Sorry about this. Sorry to this man. Um, something else I wanted to talk about was this Tyler Perry and Monique situation. Because Monique she recently like did like an interview with someone this person called T.S. Madison. She did an interview with T.S. Madison, and basically you know how she had all that drama with Netflix and her being like boycotted in the
Mhm.
industry, and like she said recently in the interview that basically like Tyler Perry kind of was just like you know I owe you an apology. You were right about that and stuff like that
Who she
because you know
apologized to?
no Tyler Perry had owed her an apology.
Oh.
That's what he said to her. Um, so I basically what happened was just that like she was just saying how she feels like whenever a black woman says anything,
Mhm.
like people never believe them until they're dead.
Oh, I did see that
Like,
clip. But wait, why
yeah,
Tyler Perry owe her apology? I'm sorry.
because her and because when the movie Precious came out, basically,
Uh huh.
um, this is pretty much how she got kind of like blackballed in Hollywood is because when Precious came out and she received like I think like best supporting actress or she got like an Oscar or something. When you have a movie, you have to like do like you know press for it and stuff like that.
Uh
And
huh.
they she only got like $50,000 for that movie, and I think they wanted her to do the press for free and not pay her for that. And
Oh.
because she had and she said she wanted to be paid to go to country and do the press for this movie, but they
Yeah.
refused to pay her, and they labeled her Oprah and Tyler Perry labeled her as being difficult when she just wanted you
Oh.
know to get paid.
Yeah,
And
I don't like that.
and then like they kind of gaslit her whenever it was brought up to them, they kind of gaslit her and didn't really acknowledge the situation and just let people think that all these years that she was difficult. you know. And now it's coming out that Tyler Perry said to her like, you were wrong. I mean, I was wrong about that situation and
Oh,
stuff like
okay.
that. So
Yeah, because I don't take Tyler Perry. Well, maybe in that moment he was just trying to stick by Oprah's side or whatever. But
yeah.
um, Tyler Perry seems to be very pro-black and people getting recognition, especially black people and black women. So
Hmm.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that he did come around and acknowledge his wrongdoing in that. Because yeah, how you gonna try to, you know already that it's hard enough for black women to see success in media and in film and to get equal pay and all those type of issues that we encounter. So if he acknowledged that, that's a good thing. And maybe it took him having his own like studios and trying to make way for himself to really understand, I guess, what was going on. And Oprah, like, I feel like she sometimes you can get too rich to some people get too rich and they forget like the struggle, and she just may be at that level. Maybe I don't know, but
I feel like Tyler Perry, like I feel like he does a lot for his community, but I feel like because he's done so much, he's been put like kind of on a pedestal, and I feel like he's kind of developed like an ego over the years,
mhm.
and like even like he doesn't let any. He's the only person that writes his stuff. Like he doesn't let anybody else in the writers' room with him.
Mhm.
That's why when you see him do a movie or something, you notice like the same kind of thing going on with all of them, like the same kind of jokes, and it's like very centered
Yeah.
around the same kind of plot. And this one cheating on
Yeah.
this one, and this big reveal, and this person got molested when they were
Drugs.
younger,
Uh-huh.
and so that's his problem. And it's just like if it's, I feel like with certain celebrities, if it comes between you and the money, they're gonna pick the money in certain
Yeah.
situations. So yeah.
Yeah. And another thing, just random, when you brought up the movie Precious, and you know that line that Kanye got, plus your much make your look like Precious, and like in the song, I get what he was trying to do, but I always think about like, what if Precious was a Kanye fan? Like I always think about that. Like, what if she loved Kanye and she heard that and she was just like, you know, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, like with Precious, I feel like that movie has like I feel like it's really been like on social media, and I'm guilty of it because like people make a lot of jokes about that movie. But that movie is sad. Like that movie is very sad and
Yeah.
traumatic. And it's just like someone brought up the fact like if Zendaya was praying Precious, no one would be making fun of it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
so, yeah,
But again, that's just the black woman like plight.
right. Um, but just to like do something, end it with something kind of light. We're just gonna do like a quick little like would you rather with like we're just like gonna like do like the Insecure cast. We're just gonna like say like of all the men of Insecure. If you don't watch Insecure, then like look, you might as well just end the episode early.
I'm gonna try to
Cause
throw some pictures up there if I can get it.
um we're just gonna do like a little would you rather, like which one's cuter, which one would be our dude in the best situation. I have a list of guys right here. Okay, so let me see.
Are you gonna choose between these two because I don't know their names like that. So
Okay,
I'll
I'll
just
tell you who it is.
okay.
But the first two we have is Lawrence and Daniel. Um Lawrence, you know who Lawrence is, and then
Yes,
Daniel.
yes,
Okay, you
I
know
know
who
those
both of
two.
those are. Okay.
Hmm.
So I would rather pick Lawrence just because he is cuter to me. And Daniel, like he's fine. Don't get me wrong. Daniel is fine, but it's just like his attitude in the show. I don't get why people wanted Issa to go back with Daniel so bad. Like he was very toxic. Like he was very mean to her towards the end of like their little situationship. Like just like whenever Issa would say anything to him that he didn't like or she didn't agree with like what he had to say, he would like get really mean to her. And like guys like that scare me. I don't like when like just because I tell you about yourself automatically you get mad at me. Yeah, but which one would you like rather, like
I'm
Daniel or
picking Lawrence all day. I did not like Daniel. I didn't think he was attractive. I just didn't like him. I didn't like him at all. Like I'm picking Lawrence. That's all.
Okay, so we moving Lawrence to the final.
Okay.
Um, we're gonna do Joe versus Nathan.
If I had to, if I had to pick, I'm gonna pick Nathan because, well, physically I'm gonna pick Nathan.
Yeah,
I really didn't care for either one of their personalities.
I like Nathan. Like I just didn't like how he kept like of course like I don't know like towards the last season like I just didn't think he had any real romantic chemistry with Issa.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't know. It's different because when they first met in season 3, they had I feel like they had more of a connection than they did when they actually got into an actual relationship.
Mhm.
But I like Nathan. I feel like he would be a good partner with someone else, just not
Yeah.
Issa.
Yeah.
Um, and Dro is trash. And unpopular. Well, this is an
I
unpopular
didn't
opinion,
like his
but
eyes.
yeah, his eyes look kind of scary. But like he's always just like looking like that. Especially in the
Yeah.
last season, he was looking like all
Yeah.
weird. Anyway, but with Dro, like I feel like him and Candace, like I feel like they weren't in an open relationship because
I'm
that was
trying to
the
remember
thing.
who Candace is.
That's his wife, and because that's Molly and Dro were like childhood best friends,
Uh-huh.
and Molly, she Dro told her that they were in an open relationship, him and his wife, so him and Molly could mess around still.
Hmm.
But in the last season,
It
Dro
was
revealed
awkward.
that no, Dro revealed that him and Candace got a divorce. So
Oh.
that makes me think like, were y'all actually in an open relationship? Because whenever
Mhm.
Candace and Molly would interact with each other while they were messing around, Candace never mentioned that they were in an open relationship. So that makes me think like, were
He
y'all
was
really?
lying. I
Yeah.
wouldn't put it past him.
So okay, so we're both picking Nathan's. Okay. Okay, so Torian versus Chad. Like this is like the funny duo.
Chad.
Yeah, no, I
I
can't
like
pick Chad.
Chad.
I can't.
I like
I know everyone loves Chad, but he
he's
just talks too fast
fun.
for me. He talks way too fast. Like I can't understand anything he's saying. People like, oh my god, Chad's so funny. I don't even hear nothing he said. Like I be getting like it's supposed to be like a funny little joke, but I have to listen to him really hard, or I'll just miss the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
say Lawrence will say like ask him a question, be like, I don't know, man. It's like, what did he say? And then like Lawrence will look all like weird. He's like, and then he'll just be like, "Good looking out, bro," and then walk out. Like, what did you even say? He talks so fast.
That's
But that's the only reason
hilarious.
I pick a Torian. No offense to him. Sorry to that man. So we got Derek. That's Tiffany's husband. Um, versus
He was
Molly's
boring.
boyfriend. Molly's boyfriend, Asian Bay. I forgot his name.
Oh, I don't
I'm
like
picking
this.
Derek. I'm picking Derek just because even though Derek was boring, he seems very like balanced. And even when like Tiffany was going
Yeah.
through what she was going through, he really like I feel like he's the best husband honestly out of the whole show
Yeah.
because he's very like calm and like he's willing to like kind of like take the baton when it's time for him to take the baton. Like when she was pregnant and still kind of wanted to like do stuff, like he was like, okay, well I'll go, or you can just go while I watch the baby and stuff
Right.
like that. Like he's extremely supportive and he has like very safe boundaries with all of her friends.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
he was like I feel like he's like the best husband.
That's true.
But so okay, so do you pick Derek or like
But yeah.
okay. So the final round we got Lawrence versus Nathan. And then we got Torian versus Derek. So I feel like we both would probably pick Derek for that one.
Yeah.
Derek, okay. So the last one will come to Lawrence versus Nathan. So you pick.
I'm gonna pick Lawrence.
Okay, yeah, you know how
Yeah.
I feel about Lawrence. Tomatoes, smells, boo, throwing tomatoes. Like I can't with Lawrence.
Yeah.
I feel like Lawrence, like in the end, I don't really feel like it was just very messy. Like, I'm glad they got their happy ending, but I feel like Lawrence, like, I don't know. I feel like he still has some insecurities, which is okay because everyone is always constantly gonna live with insecurities. But I feel
Mhm.
like he was still salty about the Daniel situation. Like, he just can't let the Daniel thing go. Like, and it's just like whenever I feel like the thing with Lawrence is like whenever his back is against the wall, or like someone tells him, "Hey man, you need to get together," then he wants to get together and then show out at somebody's event. Like, if I
Yeah.
was Tiffany and Derek, I would stop inviting Lawrence to my events because he always used their events to show out. Like, he always showing out at somebody's event trying to fight somebody over Issa. Like, will you
Well, I kind of
relax?
like that though. Fight for the kid. It's a bit
I don't
toxic,
like that. I don't like that
but
because just like why are you doing this now? Like,
yeah.
and you see, I'm in a new relationship. When you wait till I'm happy and stuff to show out, like, oh, you're my one true love, and just like that's cute when it's a show. But if that was real life, I would not like that. That
Yeah.
would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
But whatever, as long as he's happy in the end. But I guess we can both be just one. Like, well, Tiffany's choice is Lawrence, and mine is Nathan. We'll just leave it at
Yeah.
that. Obviously, because like I would have Nathan any day. Shoot, even his real Kendrick Sampson, that's his real name. I would
Mm.
have him any day, okay? Because I love me some Kendrick. But yeah, that is a wrap for our third episode.
Woo.
Thank y'all
Free.
for tuning in. We had a good time
I guess
today. I really like the topics we covered. And yeah, I can't wait till next week or maybe a few days from now whenever we decide to record again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's episode 3. We will see y'all later and we're gonna say bye. Peace. Peace out.
Bye.